Twitch? What is up, Twitch? How is it going? Katie Page, Scavvy, hello, Who-Man. What's up? Happy Sunday indeed, future Tertenger. Katie Page with 18 months. 1.5 years. That is bonkers, Katie Page. Thank you. Yenzinho is back. Yo, Yenzinho, with your tricky sub messages. What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday. It's Duels time. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna kick it off with Duels. Might do some standard. I actually kind of have a discussion video. I did some more murdered cards. There are a shocking number in the mini set for being a smaller set. It's kind of crazy. I think sometimes for mini sets, it seems Blizzard, from a design standpoint, almost consciously goes back and like revisits old designs and updates them and stuff. They're not maybe as new and fresh designs always. Mr. British Dinosaur, thanks for the 45 months. What's up? Yeah, actually, Dude Pally was on my mind, Skonamon. We haven't done Jury Duty Paladin yet. Jury Duty Paladin. And it seems like it might be good. I mean, well, to be fair, this archetype never actually works. We know time and time again. It's always a little slow for duels, I think, but we're gonna try it one more time. I think what we're gonna do this time, though. So Jury Duty is the card I'm most excited about. The new card I'm most excited about. I think I'm gonna cut all the. I think we're gonna cut all of the death rattles. You know, Stewart and all that stuff. I think the death rattle package has pulled us away from bucket options in the past. I think we don't need the death rattle stuff. I think I'm gonna play for just better tempo stuff. One thing we could play for too is actually like greedy gains. There are a lot of spells here that summon minions. I have a few cards I'd have to spend mana on, but not all of them, right? So that could be one angle. Like greedy gains could be really good. Hero power, summon a 3/3. You would be adding a 3-mana 3/3 to your hand, but that may not be the end of the world. Crispity Crunch and Spindin with the big subs. Thank you guys for the subs. Much love, much love. Questline in Duels? To me, the questline in Duels feels redundant because of not standing against darkness. Minute Arms. Like this does the same thing as the questline, but it's only 4 mana. Am I weird to think that perhaps the questline is unnecessary in that regard? Clearly they stack, but you know, do you need them to be even bigger? I would have to run so many 1-drops. What 1-drops would I happily run? Hey, Skids. Secret summons or greedy gains. Secret summons. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Like Noble Sack and stuff. Typically, we just do the one holy spell to tutor Minute Arms, and that feels good. Hey, Velato, that's awesome, dude. Congrats on finishing Elden Ring. That's really, really exciting. I want to go back and finish Dark Souls and kick all that off again, dude. I'm really itching to play other games. I think we're gonna play God of War really soon, and then Ragnarok when it comes out too. But I'm itching to go back to Souls-likes as well, honestly. I've really had an itch to play other games lately. Just really get it. Just I don't know. I want to get that train running again. I don't know. I just always have that on the horizon sort of thing. All right. So I don't know. I don't really feel like questline is the angle, but I don't know what the angle is. So because I have 5 cards left, if I ran questline, I'd have to put in even more 1-mana cards. Now, the hero power can help do that, of course. You know, we get 1-mana cards off the hero power. There's a, you know, that's one per step of the quest line. Are there enough other good 1-mana cards? Hey, MW Eggs, man, how's it going? Thanks the 100 bits. Sorry about the Cardinals. I actually watched 2 innings of a baseball game last night for the first time in ever, maybe. I mean, I think I certainly played some baseball as a kid, but hey, no say it takes 177 bits. Hype train is active already. Yeah, first day of school. Blessed goods. If I run blessed goods, though, that's another holy spell that goes against men at arms, which makes me kind of sad. I feel like if I'm going for, I don't know, guys. I just don't really want to do quest line. I'm sorry. I just don't want to. I'm not buying into the quest line. I just feel like it's going to make me sad. The weapon's not that good in duels. Cariel's 5 mana. That's expensive. Hey, Take, thanks for the 34 months, man. That's really nice. MW Eggs with 7 months. That's insane. You're gonna burn your Cardinals jersey. Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I didn't know anything about it, but that Goldschmidt dude, he was taking, you know, I don't play baseball, but from my very, very uninformed, judgmental eye, I felt like he was taking swings on everything. Ball was on the plate and he took a swing on it. And apparently he's an MVP candidate. I read later. I was like, what? But you know, everybody has a bad day. I don't want to be too judgy. Yeah, sous chef. I said earlier, I'm trying to avoid death rattles. Like, I didn't want to add too many death rattles, or any actually, if I can help it, I guess. I'm thinking about just adding good aggro cards, guys. I'm thinking about adding like Brazen Zealot. I'm thinking about adding like, I want to be able to create a more aggressive deck than we typically do. What if I add a Righteous Protector? Or, you know, what if I add just Convictions, right? Can I make this deck more aggressive and make it an aggro deck? Because every other time we've tried to make this work, right? Every time we've tried to make, we always fall too far behind. We're not aggressive enough. The game plan just starts to fall apart every single time. Oh yeah, Conviction's holy, isn't it? Ugh. Could maybe add a secret package in here to complement, but most of those are probably going to be holy too, the ones I want. Avenge is holy. Eye for an Eye is holy. Savior's not holy. That's garbage. Holy. Noble Sack's not holy, but also it's just like, yeah, those cards all suck if you don't get exactly Sword of the Fallen. I didn't really want to go like a Divine Shield angle because we're only running a few Divine Shields. Maybe we could go Divine Shield and run Lothraxian, and that gives us an excuse for the Divine Shield side of it, because normally, you know, I'm kind of sick of Divine Shield Paladin. How many times have we seen Divine Shield Paladin stuff, you know? Feels a little bit ugh. Is it enough? Like, I have Biggin. Lothraxian would give me some Divine Shield stuff. Like, you know, we're gonna get offered Divine Shield, and then I only have sort of one, or like only a couple actual Divine Shield cards, which makes me a little bit nervous. Lothraxian, does he come in too late to be a good Divine Shield card for the dudes? I do like that, yeah, as Skoneman puts it, I do like that this has, you know, a pretty distinct theme that we haven't normally seen with Divine Shields, which is the Divine Dudes angle. Actually thinking about cutting something like Quartermaster. We might need to go for one more good Divine Shield card in this case. I don't actually know what it is, though. Four Dragon, Leviathan, those seem a little slow to me. Tyrion, there's usually like Click Clocker, Annoyo, Tron's usually pretty common. These are better with that other hero power though. This makes me nervous. Order in the court to guarantee Lothraxion. That's kind of a cool idea, honestly, man. I don't hate that idea. That is sort of fun. Yeah, maybe Balloon Boy is worth it now too. I don't usually run Balloon Boy, but he definitely ties it together again too. Yeah, okay. It's like starting to come together a little, guys. How much do I cut dudes? Like now I've got like too much dude stuff almost. Because I want to run Balloon Merchant. And what was that other idea? I liked that other idea too. What was that? Oh, Order in the Court was a cool idea too. Maybe if I run Balloon Boy, I don't need Order in the Court, because Balloon Boy and Buffet Biggin both sort of support the Divine Shield line on top of the Lothraxion. Maybe that's overkill at that stage. What on earth am I cutting though? Muster for Battle or maybe Day at the Fair is kind of, I don't know. This is so good post Minute Arms though. Stand Against Darkness. What am I cutting, guys? Hey, Auto Citizen and Koro dropping subs as well. Thank you guys. Man. A random giveaway brought you here and you've been here for 3 years. Koro's still trying to win. That's pretty funny. Akerson Lopez, rare for a Sunday. Yeah, we went out this morning to like a little harvest festival thing. So that was raring to go. We finished the day early. I got mini bot. Cut mini bot, you mean? Yeah, I'd rather have an Annoyotron than a mini bot, honestly, because the taunt is pretty disruptive. But I hate this curve. I need another 2, I think, actually. I really wanted to cut a 3. Maybe Cariel Roam's unnecessary. I mean, it's not. It's really good, but if I'm going to run the Merchant, perhaps from a curve standpoint, this is a little bit better. Cariel's really good, but only thing she's discounting right now is Minute Arms, so you know that's not really important. Okay, I don't know. Let's just go. This is taking too long. Hey, Healy the Great with 6 months. Thank you, Healy the Great. This will have to do. So cutting Death Rattles, adding Divine Shield Angle, but still running dudes. I will say, you know, I think we're losing one of the biggest benefits of Divine Shield Paladins, which is the Resurrection hero power. It's really nice to be able to res all those Divine Shields over and over again. So we're definitely going to be both weaker than a regular Divine Shield Paladin, and also I don't know if the dudes package is really very, very complimentary or supportive, but at least there are connections there with Lothraxion and the Bubble guys and the Buffet guys. We do have an angle, a theme, if nothing else. I feel like this is maybe bugged. I don't know why. It doesn't usually take that long to get the first game in Duels. It's making me nervous. Making me nervous. All right. No, we're not talking about soup today. It wasn't soup and it was spoons. No, you don't know the reference. Good. Auto Citizen, thanks again for the gifted sub. Congrats to Miguel. Healy, thanks again too. You guys are great. I appreciate that. As always, such a nice way to start the stream. Honestly, this is just so smorky early. Without coin, it's a little worse, but I think promotion's still really nice on turn 2. Maybe we find a 1-drop to fill in here. Something like a Protector would be really cool. But if not, I mean, just making a 4/4 this early in a Duels run is really good. I don't think adding a 1/1 on board is worth sacrificing a 4/4 this early. Maybe if I hit a good 2-drop and then save this for turn 3 with a hero power, but even then, I don't know. I want to get it going. Like, sitting for 5 right here is a big deal. Game 5 in Duels? Nah, garbage. Who cares? But game 1 in Duels? That's 25% of their health already. That's maybe not bad. Bisque is the superior form of soup. Well, when I was talking about soup, it was a risk, not a bisque. Or perhaps if you pronounced bisque like Biscay, mine would have been a little bit risque. Okay, AFK Mage. AFK Mage. Ooh, the curve. Yes, exactly what we wanted. All right. Men-at-Arms, actually, if anything sticks off muster, is a pretty cool turn 4. Only if it sticks. But I think against this kind of mage, it might. You know, something like a Flame Ward could be bad, maybe. We'll see. Hey, Jerome. Hey, Jester. Hope you're well. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, I gotta say. Can't complain. Coin Kirintor. Like I said, Flame Ward here would be the most annoying. Barrier. Objection or Counterspell are both pretty disruptive, honestly, but I don't know if there's a lot I can do with it. I guess I actually like Jury Duty better, right? Pushes this to 5 potentially, if this goes through, which we don't know. But it pushes this to 5 for the trade, so we might as well try. Oh, wow. Nice. Big, crazy board. Alrighty. Well, they're almost dead. So it must be like objection or, I don't know, minion trade something, right? Who knows? But didn't interact with our Smorkitude at all. So if anything sticks, Men-at-Arms is just a ton of pressure again. We know that Secret doesn't interrupt this. I mean, they only have 3 mana. Are they really going to be able to resolve this board? This is just so smorky. Are we doing Dude Pally? We are. It's kind of a divine Dude Pally. We are using human shields. Our divine human shields. They're silver hand shields. Yep. That's the plan. Okay, so we got Righteous Reserves, which I think we're totally chill with. Yeah, you know, we're, like we said, we're kind of half Divine Shield. Now, the one big problem with this is a lot of our Divine Shield synergies, unfortunately, are like on board. They're not played, because this is played. Now, we still have a few, right? We did add a few, the Goody Two Shield stuff here. I'm sure we'll draft more. But unfortunately, a lot of the Divine Shield stuff we have is not going to support this. But, you know, a free Divine Shield now and then is still going to be, I think, quite useful. Oh, here we go. Nice. The Silver Hand indeed. Yeah. So I don't, you know, this is not going to be as good until we get the other Divine Shield one, if we get it, which we probably will at this stage, and then hopefully we take it. True. Hero power plus Lothraxian, yes, would eventually get us to Righteous Reserves being good. Yeah, that's true. Well, actually, no, I don't know. This is after you summon. No, I don't think that's true. They don't have Divine Shield in hand. No, I don't think so, unfortunately. Unless this interacts in a weird way, I don't think it would work, because when it's summoned, it doesn't have Divine Shield. It gets it after. Yeah, good thought, but sorry. I don't think so, buddy. If it gave them Divine Shield in hand, which, you know, I think a modern version of this probably would have, to be honest. They would just say, if your Silverhand recruits have Divine Shield the rest of the game. I don't even know if that would do it, though. Anyway, we know there are cards that can give things Divine Shield in hand, because there's that Paladin signature treasure in Duels for Vandar, but that's not how this works. Anyway, Lost in the Jungle seems certainly very fine. This hero power is going to farm, but promotion can save that. So maybe we'll wait till turn 2 to play these together to try to better dodge a hero power here. They have Crystal Gem in particular, so they will have perfect hero power mana anyway on turn 2. So that's a good turn 2. Good turn 3. This guy's pretty bad on 4, but we'll figure it out. As I get the hiccups, the worst nightmare for a streamer. dreaded hiccups. No. Not the hiccups. Never really had hiccups on stream, no. Somebody asked earlier if I played Slay the Spire on stream ever. I don't think so. I don't remember it anyway. It's not impossible, though.
You'll blow my cover.
Ooh, okay, so... should I trade this dude in order to give Divine Shield to this dude? The problem is these trades kind of suck, but it might be worth it. It's also just a... well, I don't know, we might get wrecked by our secrets, so there's no way to know which pair of secrets we could play around here. I mean, if I go muster for battle, I do honestly have a better balloon merchant on turn 4, but we have to assume one of these is going to fail. Like either a secret or a minion very often is going to fail. So we could go here and just play another dude to test, but my god, that's darn near like I'm getting counterspelled anyway because I'm making such a worse turn, right? Am I better off just eating the secret, you know? I think I'm gonna play the Goody Two Shields this turn. And just hope for the best. I think trying to play around the secrets too much basically empowers them all the same anyway. Does this still work or not? It does not. It still kind of empowers them all the same anyway, so it's like, well... because, you know, this is not a resource check. Like, it doesn't actually matter if the card disappears. Because I don't care about the resources nearly as much as I care about the tempo. So, I'm just sacrificing a lot of tempo anyway. What's the difference? We're going to have to get through the objection some stage. Is making a 1/1 that gets objected really... I'm giving up 3 mana anyway, right? It's kind of the same difference. So, okay. This guy's still eating 2 minions. That's awesome. So we know that was objection. So this actually could be a counterspell. I think the question here is, do we tempo a 4-drop or do we play the muster and hope for the best? Because we don't know. This could be counterspell. I think counterspell is pretty dang likely, actually. Probably the most likely outcome. We go here, Lothraxian next turn. This is like a turn 6, maybe to follow the Lothraxian. Again, I hate just trying to dodge these secrets too hard. I'm gonna go ahead and just rip this and see how it goes. It's both. So frustrating. The 2 actual counter secrets are the first 2 they have. You know they have like 5 other secrets in their deck. Because it's Secret Reno. Really frustrating that they got both of the counter tempo secrets right off the bat. It's also important to eat secrets, by the way, for another reason, which is Contract Conjurer. If we leave secrets up for too long, then they risk playing a 6/6 for 0 mana. So that's another downside to dodging secrets or trying to dodge secrets. Okay, so I mean this is a fine Lothraxian now, I think. Could be kidnapped or something, but whatever. Just gotta make do. The stand now is gonna be pretty sick. These are all gonna have Divine Shield, as is, you know, this can re-Divine Shield anything as well. The problem is, of course, they don't have a ton of pressure. They're just 1/1s right now without something like Men at Arms. Miss, 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 miss. Yeah, we'll just go. I mean, I don't have a choice, right? Oh my god, dude. Dude, they're both in the deck. They're not, it's not even a created secret. They're both just they got a counter spell in their first bucket, dude. Oh, it's so frustrating. They just hard have a second counter spell. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Well, we're dead. Hey, third counter spell, no doubt. Watch this one be an objection, dude. I'm just dead. Sticky, yeah, that kills me. Maybe a saving grace if that got counterspelled last turn. I'd be even further behind. Brutal. Brutal. Order? Not if I want these buffed, right? You could have 2 extra ones or buffed ones. Which do you prefer? Pick your poison, I guess. I had 6 damage versus 5 damage was my thought, but I mean, there's arguments to going wider too. I would hear the arguments. I mean, Mindpocalypse is, man, Jaws, by the way, we haven't seen Jaws in forever. It's actually really scary in the right kind of deck. Mindpocalypse is always my first instinct here. Mask, I just don't. I mean, what do we hit with Mask that's interesting? We don't have that many minions in hand. I mean, it can turn our 1/1s into stuff, I guess, which is kind of cool, but it's not really worth it. I mean, how often am I hero powering anyway right now? Very rarely. If I got Stargazing, maybe it'd be worth it. What would I mean, my opponent's stuff sometimes is good, but I don't really have anything myself that's that exciting. Buffet Biggins, maybe. I mean, like, Righteous Protectors honestly aren't bad. Shielded Minibots. I kind of think I like the card draw better on Mindpocalypse. Because the only time this is good is if I'm hero powering like 5 times, and I do not want to be hero powering 5 times. I don't think I ever win games if I'm hero powering 5 times. So why why grab a card that's only good when you're terrible? You know? All right, so this is pretty good actually. We'll shore up our Divine Shield line here. This deck will end up, if it ends up winning at all, it will be because it's mostly a Divine Shield deck, and the dudes are a backup plan. Would have gone for more bodies to avoid hero power. Oh, well, more 1/1s just makes the hero power stronger usually, right? Because there's more targets for them to farm the hero power off of, the resets, like the chains. That's the kind of game I would have surrendered out of sheer frustration. Yeah, that's how secrets go sometimes. You just kind of have to lean into it, I think. Okay. Yeah, do we keep Merchant after Muster? I don't really think so, honestly. Well, I don't know. This Paladin does sometimes spend their early turns not doing much. But if I go for the Knight, I'm going to get Men-at-Arms. So I have the turn 4 follow-up that's way better than Merchant, so let's go this way instead. Alrighty, Righteous Reserves, Book of Wonders. Oh my, that could steal a game. Oh boy. Hey, Zagrook, thanks for the 7 months. Thraxian's a good follow-up too, man. Okay, this could be a nice curve. I don't exactly have a turn 2, but hero powers aren't disastrous. I guess my best turn 2 here would be somehow draw 2 Lost in the Jungles. Mindpocalypse into something 2 would be cool for the extra mana. So they have their crazy card, it looks like, maybe. We'll probably just hero power trade here. I don't want their minions to get too far out ahead of me because they can turn them into 3/3s, number 1. Ooh, this is better than hero power, I think. We don't need that many dudes. A few is fine. Ooh, Twin Slice, gross. So Musterman looks good. Musterman, the good old Musterman. Jungle hero powers a little worse. So these are 3/3s next turn, maybe. Minotaur or Standing Against Darkness follow up after that's probably going to be the play. The Darkness jungle actually is insane. We got to worry about Onyxia though. If they have Onyxia after this, we're screwed, right? It's always Onyxia that gets ya. Onyxia that gets ya. If they can just wipe my board with Onyxia, we just lose always. It's so frustrating to try to beat this deck. Coin really helps them a lot here too. Oh, God! I Okay, it only hit 2 at least. Oh, hit your face! Hit your face! Oh, okay. Gross. Don't have Onyxia. Don't have Onyxia. Oh, that's even worse, actually. Well, not worse, but similarly bad. They always have this one too, I feel like. So yeah, we'll just go wide here more than anything because we need to keep them on the back foot, right? I think we're better off going another jungle here as opposed to a protector. It's debatable. Protector can disrupt quite a bit, but they just use this thing as their good board clear. If they don't have Raid Boss Onyxia now, they may have trouble answering this. Did they top deck Raid Boss Onyxia? Is this Raid Boss Onyxia? That emote is making me think they top decked Raid Boss Onyxia. Kartat's not so bad. Okay. So here we can go Lothraxian. My hero, my face attack's gonna be really nice here too. Let's give Lothraxian Divine Shield as opposed to, oh, you gotta summon these. Oh my god. Why doesn't he work like a good card? I was thinking they were all gonna get Divine Shield right away. I mean, it's still right to play this, but it's just a lot worse, right? It's just a lot worse. Dang it, dude. Okay. All right, don't, no. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Hey, I heart ketchup with 37 months. Amazing. All right. Biggin's gonna be really well. It's kind of wasted. These are gonna get Divine Shield anyway, but anyway, I mean, even hero power is now really nice, right? Hero power is like 2 3/3 Divine Shields in essence for 3 mana. 20 here, so you have what? 9. Not enough, unfortunately. Stand Against Darkness again, though. Okay. So we don't have any sort of lethal, which means we just need to tidy up this Denathrius probably, and certainly set up our buffet biggin here. Or actually, I guess Stand Against Darkness is often just better, huh? Stand hero power is fine. I mean, Biggin's just summoning Divine Shield dudes anyway. They have a little extra attack, but who cares? We don't care that much. So how much space am I gonna have? I can play a protector here to give this Divine Shield, huh? Oh, I can't. I'm bad at math. It doesn't matter though. It's fine. So now Raid Boss Onyxia is not nearly as threatening because these all have Divine Shield. So suddenly this becomes a lot more challenging for them, even in their, I think, sort of best case scenario. The Lothraxian here clutching quite a bit of upside. We have enough damage always though. Like, it's actually kind of a pain. So I have 17 right now, really? Oh my god. I don't have enough. I have 17. God. Because 2 have to run in. Is there any like weapon or anything here that, oh, promotion could be a lethal hit? Yeah, I can't actually kill anything off, so I can't play like a Warhorse Trainer. The one big, oh, if he does that, I can kill that off and make space for a like Warhorse Trainer now, or a Jury Duty. Well, Jury Duty would buff either way, so that would be fine. Ooh, my Apocalypse might be insane. Let's go. Hold up. Remember, this doesn't buff stuff on board. This only buffs the ones that are already, that it itself is equipping. Oh, Balloon Merchant buffs though. Oh god, hit my stuff, please, god, no. Okay, that's also amazing. Oh god, I didn't think about these scroll wonders, dude. Dude, this is not good. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna die off anyway. Okay, stop drawing cards. Stop drawing cards. Okay, we're fine. This is fine. We get there. We get there. That was scary. That's scary. All right. Whew. Whew. Okay, nice. That was a good win, I think. That was actually a pretty nice win. They got off to their early humble blessings, which is always super, super scary. But we were able to keep up, which is really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, not even close. It's super obviously avenging armaments, 100%. Yeah. Not even remotely up for debate. Deathly Death. I don't even know if we have a death rattle, to be honest. I don't. Just again, these death rattle passives, man, they just don't know what is up ever, do they? Berserk, dude, thanks for the 27 months, man. So that's the Divine Shield card, which is intriguing. Well, sort of anyway. I mean, not really, I guess. Not for our purposes, perhaps. Juggler, I mean, we definitely have some juggler upside. I don't really love it, though. I think Tarim is a pretty powerful card. Consecration is a holy spell, which messes up my tutor. Which, you know, we can't protect that forever, but we might as well as long as we can. I think Traveling Merchant's honestly pretty decent and tradable. Ram Commander is... that's okay. This is a sort of the most value here because, you know, Snack Run helps you find some stuff, stay alive. Sunwell, like we said, it's decent. I mean, if it gets frenzied, it still gets buffed eventually, right? So it's kind of Divine Shielding. Valenier, I don't really care too much about, to be honest. What do you guys think? Would you go one or... well, I think they're all reasonable. Well, probably not two because Consecration is not really worth the disruption to our tutor. I think 1 and 3 both have me a little bit interested. A lot of 3s popping up. I think 3 is the most aggressively focused, which I think we are still a little bit an aggro deck because we can pump some stats. Yeah, it seems like 3 is taking the vote. I'll take 3. I agree with that. You guys didn't really say why you thought 3 was the pick, but I think that's probably what you're thinking, and I think I agree with that. Guys, why aren't we all at TwitchCon right now? Man, we should be at TwitchCon, guys. Ooh, good Divine Shield opener here. Jeez Louise, dude. Well, I mean, if we're going for the Divine Shield opener, I don't really think we care too much about Silverhand Recruits right now. Let's try to find more Divine Shield follow-up here. We want Righteous Protectors. We want Goody Two Shields. This definitely feels like a Divine Shield hand. I think... oh. Okay. I guess we still coin a mini-bot here, right? Seems worth it to me. Oh, rush minions in particular are spooky. Dude, we might still get swarmed by this. Look at this. This is gross. But if I can keep chaining these together, that'll be the goal. Just I've almost never actually played this deck, by the way. Like normal Divine Shield stuff. I've almost never done this. We got so sick of it when it was popular. So now being a Divine Shield deck, even a dude version, is a little weird to me. I gotta get used to this. Good old Big Puzzy. So if they don't play a minion here that I can lose my shield off of, I have a dilemma, right? Do I... because I want to trade in, obviously, for 2 reasons. I want my minion to lose a shield so it gets bigger, but also so that I can re-shield it. So there could be a world where... okay, nice. I can just trade in off that and then re-shield. Oh, they're going to go ahead and... okay, cool. That's even better, really. So now we can re-shield and clear that. Do I want to put a Annoyo in or like a Protector Anointment? Actually, is probably fine. I think hitting this is okay, right? I think we have to ask, do we want a 4/2 Divine Shield or a 6/6 without Divine Shield? Probably want a 6/6 without Divine Shield, honestly. I think it's so big, it's fine. All right. So this is definitely a little bit of a different direction for us, but like I said before, I think we're happily riding the Divine Shield train for the most part here. Oh, that's awesome because I can trade in this 1/1 and not risk buffing my 1/1. So that's really good news. Okay. Like this. 2 shields is fine here. I got a dilemma. Do I just trade whatever gets shielded, or should I have maybe traded this in first? I don't know. Oh, that's the best roll. Nice. Okay. This is a 5/5 with taunt. Does that worry me? Like, can they kill a 5/5 with taunt with rush? Maybe, but I think that's sort of okay if they do. Something like a Tide Caller into a War Leader scenario. So the Buffet Biggin is not infused yet. It would be very nice if it were. Oh, that's a good rush minion, but will it get buffed? Could they take a War Leader? Oh. So, all right. Here the 4/2 would be a pretty good... Oh, they're gonna trade in. All right. Boy, this is gonna be 15 damage to face. I think I just double Divine Shield these right and go face. I think we're just turning the corner now, aren't we? There's really not a lot of risk in leaving up a 2/2, I don't think, with this many Divine Shield minions up. I guess we're not on Wand yet, so we don't have to worry about Wand. Dude, this is gross still. I haven't played this. This is so gross. This is so much damage and pressure. It's really obscene. They do manage to clear. I just dump a biggin. Wow. Absolutely gross. They have 5 mana. They do. If you're talking about wand, they just don't. We haven't had a chance to draft a wand yet. It hasn't been in the draft pool. You can't get wand in your first few games, basically, is what I'm saying. Not a mana standpoint, a functional standpoint. Okay, this is an interesting decision. Gnomish Army Knife is pretty cool because it's got Divine Shields, which, you know, it could like take a couple trades and leave behind a really big minion. That's kind of nifty. It's also, if I leave behind a big Divine Shield minion, it could just set up a lethal push like Wind Fury on a, you know, that 6/6 last game or something, just making it bigger. Blade is pretty good with Divine Shield minions to buff the Divine Shield minions over and over again. You could have like an 8/1 Righteous Protector or 9/1 Righteous Protector or whatever. But I do have a lot of spell-based summons as well, so not everything will benefit from the Blade of the Burning Sun. Bag of Stuffing is nice reload. This deck does not have a lot of late game depth. I don't really think it needs it necessarily. This is definitely an aggressively focused deck. I think I'm kind of leaning towards Gnomish Army Knife being the kind of flexible option. We sometimes might need some healing, we might need some damage, we might need some removal. It can do a little bit of everything. The other two feel a little bit more focused. Bag is if I'm planning to go late in games, which not sure that's going to benefit us very often. I think sometimes we'll just swarm early like we did there. And Blade is, I think Blade is a little bit too minion focused, and we still have a lot of spell-based cards. I think Army Knife's the most flexible. It can be both threatening and defensive, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we don't need that. Okay. Cool. Rocket Backpacks does work with special delivery, but I don't think these work together though, because, well, we know that this is well, yeah, maybe, I don't know. So if I get a dude in hand that Lothraxion has been played and I have a dude in hand, I mean, maybe, I don't know. We could go, man. I mean, this is just so much better than any other angle, but I got so lucky last game. I don't know. Well, we're not gonna always get that insane mini bot opener that we got this game. I might keep the Lothraxian Secret Mage. We can go a little bit longer perhaps than Murlocs. Murlocs, like last game, you kind of have to contest ASAP. I'm thinking the Lothraxian here is fine. Is Pants Party queuing up for me lately? He's been hitting us every single run as of late. Pants Party. Getting a little suspicious. I know that you play a lot of duels, so I'm not totally suspicious yet, but I'm a little sus. Just feeling a little bit suspicious. Okay, giving me a trade, but this might be something like an Oasis ally. Dude, hitting Cabal Lackey in your Secret Mage deck that's also running Emerald Goggles is so completely insane, bro. And then the Oasis ally is the perfect counter here too. Is so completely insane, bro.
It'll be our little secret.
God, the tempo on this. Cabal Lackey not in drafts for anybody who's, you have to actually hit it off the thing. This hand, are you joking? This is unreal. This is probably objection and I probably lose, but I can't really take it any slower. I have to try to keep up. Yeah. Actually insane, dude. This guy is an unbelievable god. Can I even play Men-at-Arms? Like I can't really, I don't know, I can't really risk a secret here. I think I kind of have to go like this. Because I'm not so far behind here that I can't pull it back. It's like possible to pull back. We're definitely losing, but okay. I was debating today between Secret Mage and Dude Paladin, by the way. He clearly hit the god tier version of these. I really want, you played a new secret. It can be another objection, right? I really don't want to hit this Silverhand Recruit though with the shielded mini bot, so I have a dilemma here. Do I play around a second objection? Let's see what happens here. I don't know. I guess I take the 2 out of 3 here, honestly, just in case. Okay, no objection. All right, that's not bad. Don't hit this. Don't hit this. Okay, nice. All right, so Lothraxian, not good post hoc, only good pre hoc. Men-at-Arms though, if we can stick some of these dudes, might be decent is my hope. I'm thinking Men-at-Arms, if I can stick some of these dudes. Deathborn, are you joking, man? Deathborn is so gross there. Great. Great. Like why do you have a Deathborn as a backup plan? You know what I mean? Why are you just chilling on that Deathborn in your crazy hyper aggro Secret Mage deck? You're just chilling on an extra Deathborn for fun, right? That's great. That's just great. I need like a Wicker Flame or a Noma Sharpie Knife actually might be legit too soon. I don't know how we're still in this game at all, by the way. We're actually like in the game sort of, although not really now. It's in a monster board again. Juggler just, I mean, Juggler contests these, but that's about it. We're just kind of dead here. Too much board. The goggles is just gross. Oh, cool. Even more board. What do you know, man? How exciting. Great. Dang, dude. That was brutal. Crystal Gem, Emerald Goggles, Cabal Lackey Opener, man. Double Contract Conjurer, too. They've gotten really good buckets on top of everything else. Absolutely monster. Is that the same pants party? Probably, yeah. Guessing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Why doesn't that show up? Why can't you guys see that? What the heck? They showed up in chat. I don't know how to make you guys see it though. Sorry, my dramatic countdown didn't work out because the thing's not popping up. I don't know why. Here we go. Pants party in chat. Yeah, I think mutating I like a little better than puzzle box. Puzzle box, we can't go wide with dudes. It's not bad to evolve them necessarily, but it doesn't really play well with my divine shield, whereas mutating injection plays pretty well with my divine shield. All right. Kings I like okay. Stone Hearth actually right now is pretty good. A lot of synergistic dude stuff. This seems a little clunky. No divine shields here. These are probably the best bets. Why is Puzzle Box the way that it is? Pants party! We were talking about you. Why aren't you writing in chat? I was counting down your arrival. Hey, Orbital Blitz, dude, thanks for the 4 months.
Considering a career in
Okay. I actually kind of like this together. Dudes, I don't know. Let's think. Dudes. If I am going to go knight and I do have the men-at-arms, I might have time to go stand right there after. If I'm doing that though, I'm coining men-at-arms, which means I don't really need the mutating, right? So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I like that better. Pants Party knows what he did. Well, just to be clear, I'm not worried about stream snipe or anything. He didn't need to stream snipe to win that game. Let's be clear. I just thought he would show up right after. It might be stream targeting. Maybe. I don't know. They play a lot of duels, I know. Seems like it's just coincidence, but so far, so silent. Oh. Dang. Whoops. Well, that's annoying. Forgot about Blessing of Kings. I kind of threw off my whole plan there with my mulligan. Now I really wish I had that dude back. Dang. Oh. Yeah, that got big, but they can still kill it. Oh, Oh, Relic. Wow, dude. Relic of Extinction. Dude, Idols of Elune is so... How do you get idols in this deck? I'm so angry about it. I'm so salty about the Idols of Elune here already. Man, I'm salty. Okay. Ugh. All right. right, make these big for me. Don't have extinction again. Please, God. I can't take. Oh my God, dude. I'm so sick of this deck in duels. It's so stupid. Oh, we drew it anyway. All right, I gotta try. We could do it in the other order, but then these are less likely to survive. So I don't know. Feel free to debate. It's like the two of them die, and then it's, you know, free stats basically. Oh, weird. I don't think that it really does anything for me, right? Let's just go big. I don't know if I can wait. This is a really cool pair. But probably will just die to the 19th Relic of Extinction, so I'm not really worried about it. Relic of Dimensions is honestly a little scarier, though. If I don't want to see Relic of Dimensions either. Because they just draw a million cards then off the idols. Don't. Oh my God, dude. How do people hit idols with this so consistently lately? I'm going crazy, man. I'm going crazy, man. I'm going crazy, man. Yeah, 8 relics already. Yeah, right. Here's some phantasms, no doubt. Cool. Cool. We love to see it. I mean, I'm just dead. I just don't win. Man, that's so stupid. It's so stupid to have a fun run and then just lose like this. Like, this deck is really different and fun every time. I mean, it's not even that different, honestly. I have crazy Divine Shield stuff, but you know, the dude side of it's weird and fun and different. It's so stupid. This really just steals my thunder every time in duels. The reliability, and then not even that, to get idols on top of it. This is when I just don't have fun. Can you try Sigurino? We've done it like 3 times in the last 2 weeks. I don't know. I gotta move on from Sigurino, man. There's a few runs on my VOD channel if you want to check out some Sigurino stuff. Here, I'll link you one. Where is one here? Is that it? I don't know, dude. Spectral Thief? No, that's probably not it. I don't know where they are, man. There's one on there though. We did one not that long ago. Maybe it was this day. Yeah, here you go. I found it. This is from a week ago. There's a link in chat. Okay, guys. I was gonna do a pretty short stream today. Gonna do a pretty short stream today. I don't have time for another duels run is the moral of the story there. It's just, it wasn't fun anyway, so. So that wasn't a big loss. So what we're gonna do instead is play this deck. I was gonna actually play a different deck, but basically I've been wanting to play a deck with Sylvanas in it for the longest time. I haven't really had a good, awesome Sylvanas deck that I've gotten attached to. And this deck was played to rank 1 legend by Habu Gabu. Which it has Sylvanas, and it's Big Spell Mage, which I haven't played a lot of Mage on YouTube lately. So I was gonna play his Paladin list, which was also pretty good with Sylvanas, but I've been doing less Mage, and This seemed pretty cool. So I wanted to do this basically to showcase Sylvanas. I want to get a cool Sylvanas game and showcase this rank 1 legend deck. And, you know, it's got Rune of the Archmage, so it should be pretty fun. You can't really go too wrong when playing it for Rune of the Archmage shenanigans. So it's a big spell, Hero Power Mage, running Sylvanas. And that way I can put Sylvanas in a thumbnail, finally. Yes. And then after this, if we get some good games pretty quick here in the next hour or so, I would like to do a discussion video on murdered cards from the mini set from Maw and Disorder. So that's what we'll do if this goes well. But let's see how this goes first. Can't wait for you to never draw Sylvanas. Yeah, yeah, we'll see. Man, I have not really played a slow mage in a hot minute. I don't know how to mulligan with this deck exactly, but I feel like Nightcloak Sanctum has been a pretty good card. By the way, Pelican Diver, guys, getting played. I told you guys, I told you this. I gave Pelican Diver 4 stars in the review season, and people thought I was insane. They might still think I'm insane. But here it is, rank 1 legend deck, Pelican Diver. Now, I don't think we're playing this on turn 1, right? It just kind of feeds into hero powers. I don't know that Mage is likely to play anything that this will contest especially well. Now, they could be playing the same deck as me. I don't know. So maybe on turn 2, it makes more sense. We don't have anything else to do to contest, say, like a Ridithal on turn 3. A watch post, or no, it's gonna be their turn 2. So a watch post on turn 2, a snow flurry on turn 2, but also just a little bit more awkward from a mana. No, it's gonna be their turn 2 play. Yeah, a little bit more awkward from a mana standpoint. So there's not an easy ping if it comes up empty here. Turn 3, they float mana on their ping instead, which might be nice. Frankly, I'll probably freeze it with a Nightcloak Sanctum if it doesn't have a target, right? Get a 2/2 moving, or no, we'll probably just tempo Ridithal. That's fine. Why is it in this deck? I'm assuming it exists as a counter to some particular meta play early. Maybe an answer to like Trogs, or what let's think about what the most common early game plays are. Something like a Beast Hunter might be running. It's not good against Beast Hunter cards necessarily. But yeah, I don't know, but it's here as you see. This is Rune Orb always, right? Objection, jerk. Are you kidding me, dude? Objection, Your Honor? Objection? Why didn't I play Ridithal? Because there's a 4/1, that's why. The 1/3 Naga? We're not really seeing a lot of Vicious Slither Spear anymore in the meta, though. That would be a great explanation if it were common, but it has kind of not been as relevant lately. Vicious Slither Spear is down to 11% of decks, so not unheard of, but Tunnel Trog, for instance, is in 21% of decks. Peasant is in 25%, but Ping is a pretty good answer to Peasant, so I really doubt that's the answer for Mage. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe some Wild Spirits? Not really good against many Wild Spirit cards either, though. The 2/5... Yeah, I honestly don't have the answer. Aggro Druid. Yeah, maybe the 1/3 guy in Druid. It's not impossible. I could see that. Alrighty, let's save this ping here for a better target. So sorcerers, we don't actually have the big spell in hand right now. School teacher looks good next turn. We can still ping. I don't know how this mirror match is really decided, but I'm assuming hero powers are pretty important. I just realized we don't actually have Wildfire, but we have Mordresh. I guess that's just post Dawn Grasp to grind people out. Hey Jimmer, thanks man. First time on stream. That's actually really insane. Hello there, I just finished the mystery for the Deviant Delight card back. It was a nightmare, but I had a good start. Oh, good, dude. I haven't even tried it, or if that's the newest one anyway. I'm not even sure their names, but I haven't done the last two. That previous one took people like literally hours and hours, and I just, frankly, just didn't want to mess with that. I respect those things a lot, but I just didn't want to spend hours and hours, you know? Okay, that 2/3 is definitely a pain. I want it to die. So we'll try to make it die. Let's start here. Ruined Orb is pretty cool. It's a good way to help that thing die. Do I go for max efficiency here though, I wonder? Maybe, yeah. Okay, I don't know. Not actually sure. If this hits the 2/3, we're fine. If not, I guess we ping it. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting my freeze, but dang, dude. Maybe I just leave up Finley and save my freeze, huh? Who really cares? So they're not on a sorceress yet. Well, they could be. We don't know, but I'm just thinking if I burn the coin or not here. I don't know. I'll just hold it for now. I think it's fine. Whatever. You can see the 4/1 here is really good against the Naga. Maybe that's part of it. Play your 4/1 on turn 3 into their Naga. School teachers commonly seen in the meta. That could be a reason. Bran is a reason, maybe. Make sure the Bran, you have an answer to Bran, although that's probably hard at times. So I don't know about that. Okani, Renathal. Just thinking about good Pelican Diver targets. Guitar. Have at it, man. Sorry to tell you this, but Bran is the only reasonably useful target. I don't even think he's that important. So, well, what was that? Was that the Ignite? Oh my. Okay. Give me an Ignite. I have no cards right now, man. This is feeling really, really stranded from a card standpoint. Really stressed. Ugh. Why do I feel like I have no resources? I need to find Belinda. I need to find... I don't know. There's not that much card draw in this deck. Deepwater Evoker. Finley, I would take a reset on, honestly. Yeah, there's just not a lot of card draw in this deck, is there? You're really just kind of muddling along here. Barbaric Sorceress. I can make one of my spells cost. Okay. Am I insane? What just happened? Oh, they got 0 mana, a 0 mana card. What was that? Oh, they Sir Finley'd their coin to the bottom of their deck and got a 0 mana coin for Belinda's health. Oh my god, they had the coin I don't think they'd ever used, and they put it on the bottom. Oh my god, dude, that is delightful. So we take the sorceress here, right? Because we know they have a coin in their hands. And we just try to get the rune here cheaper. May not be that much cheaper, but it might be. Do we go? Do we play the 2 mana rune? Is it time? Let's go. Who cares? I'm not waiting around. I'm no amateur here. Ice barrier. Oh, polymorph sucks. Oh my god, dude. Okay, I am an amateur, dude. I guess you only play rune from behind. Okay. Lesson learned. All right, lesson learned. Okay. All right, man. All right, my brain was telling me 3 ignites to the face, 2 runed orbs to the face, and instead we got the worst garbage ever. Okay, so now we lose. I didn't want to hold a cheap one in hand, because you risk it getting you risk it getting sorceress right back, and you kind of have an 9 mana or 10 mana rune again, but clearly that was not the right time. I just don't know how to win from here. We're so out of this game right now. I need a Theatar Bran into something insane. Just give them some spammies. Dawn Grasp? What do I even have? Do I have anything that's good? Rune doesn't count. Coin. I played some spells, but they were off of a Nagaling, right?
How perplexing.
I think we just play it for the hero power, though. I don't think we care. I don't think it matters. I'll just ping the 3-2 here. Do we rip a coin just so they don't sorceress me? I don't know. I don't think so. Play your freaking rune. I don't care. I want that 10 mana coin. I'm gonna win with a 10 mana coin and show my dominance. They have a coin in hand too, so we'll see. Do they have an ignite in hand? Didn't my rune go to 2? Just thinking, my rune went to 2, right? So they must have an ignite in hand as well. I don't know.
Pick me.
Oh, wildfire on that's really good, dude. Wow, that's really nice. Again, how is my hand just so god awful? It's just the worst. Do I have any cool way to like get this to 3 effectively? If I trade here and spammy, it doesn't work. It goes to 2. I don't know that I've ever had a hand this bad in my life. I feel like this deck is just completely devoid of plays. I don't know if I'm just drawing like an idiot or what, but I just have no card draw. I just don't know how to win from here. I'm gonna have to hit my first Murloc Holmes. Oh god. I have not been paying any attention for Holmes, that's for sure. Oh. All right. Okay. Now see, they're getting good plays, dude. Come on. Come on. Are you kidding me? Imagine if I got that last time. Oh my god. It's all allies kind of waste, I guess, but. Bro. Bro. Are you kidding? They got 5 extra cards in hand. They cleared my board and they protected their board. Come on. That is so ridiculous. Oh, I'm frustrated. I'm so freaking tilted. Hey, Sylvanas, that's fun. Spammy here. I'm missing a 3 if I ping this, but I want to get my hero power up, of course. Solid Alibi still goes through the turn. Oh my god. Until your next turn. Wow. That tracks. I'm guessing the question is like, do I brand spammy? Do I spammy Sylvanas maybe? Let's kill that 4/4. Is that really important? Do I maybe do nothing? Is another alternative. I could just maybe do nothing. Just ping that next turn. Set up for a better spammy, maybe? I don't really care about being frozen. It's not that much damage. I think we just maybe take some patience here. This feels absolutely just brutally unfun. This deck is outrageously boring so far. I have no cards, no plays. I feel like I'm doing nothing. Oh, Connie, okay. Oh, hello. Suddenly in the game. I guess I need to test a dude first, though. Don't freak out, chat. Don't freak out. Chat over here having a heart attack. I see you guys. I see you guys. I see you guys. Yes, up to 5. Maybe I should have put one of these to 6, huh? I don't know. I gotta think about it now. Because now I'm gonna have to spam you, maybe. I mean, I can leave up 8, right? Like, do I really care about 8? Coin's not bad to dump anyway for sorceresses, but is it worth it here to lose 5 damage? I feel like 5 damage is really nice right now. We'll tidy those up later. Okay. If Bran were 3 mana, I'd actually have Bran Mordresh with this stupid coin. How crazy would that be? Alright, that's a slightly better spammy again. Put them to 15. Sure, that's still a good spammy. Snoger. No way to really clean that up easily, is there? It's gonna go to, oh, it's 1 off. Should I ping it or just keep pinging face is really my question here. I'm like kind of winning the game face at some point, right? What do you guys think? Hit for 15 or kill the Snoger? 22 is... I mean, they're not pumping out a ton of damage. I think I go face. Yeah, I'm with Crimson Shack. Putting it on you, Crimson. This is your fault if it goes south, okay? I want you to know. Putting it on you, buddy. I think I can do this. I think we can get there. Now Mordresh is lethal, right? If we top deck Mordresh, so. Assuming no healing, of course. There can obviously be some healing. So we'll see. They're going to 22, or pushing me to 22, I mean. I'm just gonna top deck Mordresh like a boss. Am I close on this yet? Still infused 6. Ugh. Four mana Sanctum's not a big deal. He's gonna play another Snoger here. Gift, alright. What are they looking for, man? Oh, not like this, guys. No. Dude, not like this. I don't know. I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. Well, they had that Sir Finley pretty early, right? Did they have that Prince Renathal? I don't know. Okay. Sylvanas seems like the kind of card that might be in hand, right? Because they would have played another rune for the parrot, I think. So I think it's Sylvanas. It's infused 7, though. Shouldn't it be infused more? That looks shady, right? That looks shady. Grey Sage Parrot, maybe then. Now, they've played Theatar. They haven't played an Evoker, and I think they would have. I think it's Evokers in the deck. I did it! I actually did it! Oh my god! I got it! Sylvanas for the first Murloc also for the first time in my life! I did it! I did it! Yes! Oh my god! Oh, it's the first time I've done it, guys. I swear to God, it's been months. Oh yes, I did it. I did it. Is Gracing Spirit still ruined for me? That's kind of wild. All right, so, yeah. Could never be the parrot. Well, there's two parrots, right? So one. Oh, well, there was one enhanced. There could still be one in deck, right? I think it would be fine. Oh, Rune was 2 mana. You're right. It may not work. Yeah, I don't think it'll work. Okay. This really is not the best turn for them. New secrets, though. Explosive runes. Doesn't really matter to me, though. Is it barrier? Don't be barrier. Not barrier. Wow. This game was so unbelievably boring. It's like, do I put this on YouTube or not? Oh my god. Unbelievably boring game to win. Here it goes, original cost. Okay, good to know. Oh, 20. That was a 20-minute game and nothing happened. I do like slow decks, but I like having cards to play during them. All I did is play one card in Hero Power a lot. You know, I did get my first Murloc home, so it was a pretty big milestone, I guess. Priest, Pelican Diver doesn't really seem important to me. Sorceress can be pretty cool. I think I need to mulligan though for more. I mean, I don't want Murloc Holmes right now. I think I need a mulligan for more card draw, more value pieces, you know, big cards. This is the same hand I had last game that was so boring. Bran Reckless can be cool though. Bran School Teacher can be cool, I guess. Quest Priest. Ooh, so we could go for some Theatar spice in this one. Theatar to steal the quest. We've got just damage output, of course, can be a good way to win this one. Just go for big damage. We've got I'm sure some other ways to disrupt and shenanigan, but Theatar comes to mind first and foremost. Bran Theatar in particular. We could take the quest with Murloc Holmes or copy it and complete it ourselves. Yes, I don't suspect that's going to be a great plan, but not impossible. We do have all the manas, right? Yeah. I like the way you're thinking, sir. Ajax on the 2/3. Well, that's spicy. Okay. I mean, I don't really feel like I need to get that fancy yet, right? Let's see what this gets us. Frozen Touch does let me kill the Najak if I want my dude back, I guess. Is that... I mean, I guess it's worth it. Just one dude? Sure, I totally love coining just for one dude here, but... maybe it's okay. I don't want my stuff costing 1,000,000 mana either, so... It theoretically can help the priest in some ways if we give them, you know, if they needed a 5 and they get a 4 that goes to 5, but it can also certainly disrupt them as well if they only have a couple sevens and they drew them both. Like, who knows, you know? What did we get? 3 or 4 cards, maybe? That's noteworthy, I suspect. Hit that 3-2. Yes. Let's go. Yikes. That's good. Ooh. I need, I don't know, Hearthstone cards. I can freeze spammy, I guess. That's not bad. It's not good. I don't have Theatar, I don't have any card draw. Guys, I don't know, man. I'm not really loving this deck. I kind of want to play the Paladin instead. This deck's a little bit boring. Do you guys find this deck as tedious as I do? I mean, beyond that, like, why are they roping? The turn's over for 5 minutes. If you got a turn, you know, take it. More power to you, but... Am I dumb? Why isn't that dead? Oh, did my skeleton snipe something and mess it up? What just happened? Skeleton sniped the automaton and messed up the chain. Okay. Come, dude. I can't play this deck, dude. I hate it. I hate everything about it, apparently. Who knew? We'll try one more, though. What's going on, Regis? Says Xavier. Not too much, man. Trying to make the most out of some shenanigans here. I need cards. Honestly, I'm going to brand this. I just need plays, man. I don't know. Honestly, yeah, I need cards, dude. Yeah, I don't really care too much if they get cards. I need Theatar. Drakefire. Yeah, I guess. I'm thinking, like, do I need to trade those or play those? You know, you really don't want to spend 10 mana on them, but that's where we're at. Now, this Ringwater, I'm not going to get any discounts. This deck is basically all minions, but I just, you know, it's card draw, so we'll do our best. Did they get a Drakefire? They did get a Drakefire, but not a Springwater. Okay, that makes sense. Call of the Dude. Still can't believe that spammy turn. Ooh, that's nice. Free 4/4 is good.
Who here can spell Zinjari?
5 mana school teacher. Where are they at here? I'm not even paying attention to this. Leonardo is playing at the speed of I don't know. I know I play slow, but last time they roped when there was no mana left, it drove me crazy. You know, it's fine if you rope if you have plays, but make the play. You know, I want the play to be there. They saw how to play that time. The speed of Priest. There you go. All right, so Evoker I like because I actually have a card to play. That feels nice for the first time in a while now. We haven't really had a lot of cards to play this game. 8 left on Mordresh. Jeez Louise. Without Dawn Grasp, Mordresh is really tough. So I guess I'll play a Starfish here. It's got 2 reasonably good targets. It'll either silence, and then I'll be okay with that. Or it'll eat the Okani, which opens up the evoker at least. But I do want the evoker. Again, I think we need to find plays. The life doesn't really matter so much. I just want to thin the deck as much as I can to find that Theatar sooner. Or maybe just make a big rune play next turn too. Who knows? Rune into Drakefire is not the most absurdly bad idea. I don't think Drakefires go very far against Priest, though, unfortunately. They have a lot of good removal in their deck. So it's not really going to matter too much most of the time. So these are kind of floating in dead air till Dawn Grasp. We've got Theatar's our way out of this mess. We'll Rune for now. Yeah, Rune can draw, yeah. Not a lot of hand space, frankly, but probably burn the Theatar knowing my luck. Drakefire, oh, that's a good start. Oh, if only that Caligos worked. Hey, wildfires are actually really legit. Okay. Hit that 4-1. That's fine. Okay. That's not bad, man. I mean, this stuff kind of all dies to that 4-1 now, but still not bad. So, Parrot looking a little better. The Recklesses are looking better now, too, with the wildfire. That's nice. Yeah, this deck, I feel like I have no insights to offer, no discussion. I don't know why, but this is just not hooking me at all. I feel like I have no... Oh, fun. Very fun. Okay, that actually is awesome. Thank you, Leonardo. Making plays now, Leonardo. Can Calic live? Oh. Oh. Can he live? Oh, okay. Wildfire. No. Oh. Oh. Do they have a clear? Oh, they have a clear. It looks like. Oh man, that's sad. Oh, Meta burned. That's a 6. Oh, shooting star. What is happening? How is that still going? I got 27 cards out of that. All right, here we go. Let's freaking bring it. I don't know. 3 straight runes. Hot streak again. Iceblood Tower is actually kind of cool in our deck. Could get another rune. Oasis Ally's not bad. Ignite, okay. All right. Kind of hoping that Doomsayer gets cleared, but if not, it's not the end of the world. Second Flame Ping is not quite enough. Second Flame Varden's not enough. I guess we just ping face then, huh? Because the Doomsayer's going off. That's fine. Okay. Oh, another rune. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's fun. All right. Oh, the Drakefires in hand was a guarantee to be rune, actually. Oh my god. Jellyfish on the... Can we kill the Dawngrass or the Doomsayer if I'm gonna make this much board? Please? Please? I should have second flamed it, man. Wouldn't have mattered there, but okay. So these runes just do nothing. I gotta change decks, man. I hate this deck. It's going a little faster. I mean, honestly, we can find some damage here and win soon, probably, but I still like counterspell. How is the counterspell not gone off? There it is. Yeah, I really just wanted Sylvanas, but this doesn't even really feel like a deck that cares about Sylvanas. There's not even that many minions. Like, This just ultimately is not really achieving the goals I was hoping for, you know? Ugh. Okay, they still have not played a 6. Oh, that's an ignite. Okay, it is getting big at least. That's kind of cool. It's up to 4. We killed that Mita. I wonder what other 6 they have. Light shower guy. Clean the scene at 5. I don't know. I don't know what their 6 is. Hey, Oasis Ally, nice. There are other 6 guys. Oh, Light Bomb, maybe? Yeah, I've seen Light Bomb. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'd give them a good Light Bomb, but what else am I gonna do? These are not good Light Bomb targets, though, for the record. Oh! Oh! Okay. Alright, suddenly interested. Hala, unfortunately, doesn't really have a lot of pop-off potential here, though. Clean the Scene infused is nuts against all these 4-attack dragons, though. Pretty sure they haven't infused Clean the Scene by now. I'm gonna have to pull up another game or something. This deck plays so easy, I feel like, that I just don't have to talk through plays. You just play the big card and you just move on, and then it's so boring because of that. I don't have a lot of like decision points, I feel like. Sir Finley time? I just want to get like other cards. I don't know. These aren't that good. Mordresh is kind of good, of course, but I don't know, man. I'm looking for Theatar mostly. I did not hit Theatar, dude. I've seen, oh my god, I've seen 30 out of 40 cards in this deck and still no Theatar, man. Ugh. Sylvanas shows up though. That's kind of fun. Okay, Belinda comes back. Do we want to just Dawn Grasp though instead of Belinda? Because Belinda, I can play a Dancer, but that's not really very good. Maybe we just Dawn Grasp and Pink Face here then. That's fine. Should get a Dragons, right? Because that's the only thing I've played. Oh, again, pretty good. Nice. Alright, should I ping the Finley there to scale this or just start hitting face? I don't think either of them really matter, but maybe scaling's a little better, honestly. I could see that. You can see that. Oh, Theatar. Okay. Thankfully, I don't have my Theatar, so that's good. Still have a chance to Theatar here. Oh, yeah. Belinda has Second Flame and Ignite. You're right. And we don't really have any big spells left. They're all gone. We have Flame Strike. I mean, drawing 2, though, is still pretty valuable, honestly, even if they don't hit big spells, just to again, filter towards my Theatar. Thin the deck towards my win condition here. They just cannot seem to find their 6-mana card no matter what they do. Okay. I think there could be a cool play where I kill this and then swap the cost so that this is mine. He stole mine. What do you mean, stole my what? He stole my Theatar? I don't think so, right? Anyway, I think I can make maybe a 6-mana card. Like if I give them the Light Bomb. Oh, did he take? Oh, you're saying he took the Parrot. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Well, I don't have any way to disrupt that, unfortunately, do I? Well, I could try to Okani it, I guess. Could try to Okani it. But what I want to do actually is maybe give them a Light Bomb. And then use this to disrupt the cost. And then Okani that Parrot they took from me. I want to Okani the Parrot. So that maybe we disrupt their 6 cost stuff. I don't know. This went to 0 though, so that's not a plan that makes any sense. So that didn't disrupt the light bomb. What is that then? A desperate prayer, I guess. They have a 3-mana desperate prayer in hand, it seems. Oh, I don't know, man.
Predictable.
Rust rot to test. Okay, so there's the parrot. Fortunately. Oh, whirlpool too is not bad. Jeez. So now they're on 7 and 8. I have nothing interesting to do. I can hit them for 7. Can Murloc Holmes. I can Belinda into, again, just garbage. She's gonna be tiny, but what else do I do? Maybe I do this first. Just to start pushing more pressure this way, right? Oh, Flame Strike, okay. There's the Ignite. Oh, it's 5 mana, I forgot. But it's still more damage than I had before, so. Oh, he whirlpooled my Theatar, you're right. Oh my god. I had to trade into that 3/3 to play around the whirlpool. Oh god. Okay, well now we're definitely in a damage plan then. Great. Need to find more Drush now. Or just more Ignite damage. Like this is 8. Put all the rest of that damage at the bottom of the deck though. Oh god, dude, the race is on now. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. 8. We know they have a desperate prayer for 3. Maybe I need to farm this up a little bit. Is that faster in a way? Probably. Not really, but it's better on Recklesses if I get them later. I think it's debatable. Oh. Oh boy. Dude, I wanted to get a good quick video today, and these games are so slow and boring. I'm stressed out here with how slow this is. Dude, Sylvanas is actually gonna be infused. Are you kidding? That's super cool. Wow. I don't know if this is the right time to do that or not. Maybe it is. What do I take? Because I gotta trade this in if I want to infuse. So maybe I take the Malygos, just because like I really care if that's going face or not. Let's see where this hits. I may not even play the Sylvanas here. It's maybe not the right targets. I was hoping that connected, right? Let's see where this rolls. Might find a good 2 damage ping here.
Anybody?
No, unfortunately, just a 1 damage ping. Ugh.
A smidge of this?
2 damage ping?
Just that.
Okay, well, Fireball, dude. Actually, I was gonna draw 2 with Gift. Is that better than Fireball on average? Probably a little better, but it's close, I think. It's really close. But I want to find more Drush, and I want to find my Recklesses. There we go. Okay. So they know what they took. They saw me play it, so. Oh my god. This is 8 damage. There's the Desperate Prayer, sure.
You followed.
Dude, I have never seen a priest take this long to get their quest done, by the way. It has taken them 30 years. We're at turn 17 and their quest isn't even close to done yet. They still have 2 cards to play. So it's going to be turn 19 at the earliest before they finish this. That's so insane. Okay, there's an Ignite. That's no biggie. Probably just Reckless and ping face here, right? Ooh, more Drush! More Drush ping is only 14, so that's not a lethal setup. What Where did this come from? From Sketchy, so we really have no way to know what that is. Probably just play like a Pelican Diver in that case. Test like an objection. Okay, cool. We dig it. Alright. I mean... Alright, we're in. We're in this. We technically have 14 if they don't heal. Or if, you know, this connects for a little extra, maybe, you never know. Thinking about Colossal heal here. We could steal the Colossal with Sylvanas there. That'd be sick. Can I make a YouTube video called "This deck is so boring"? Would you guys? I don't think people want to watch a video about how boring a deck is. Right? Yeah, that's the guy we were talking about. Exactly that guy, yeah. Am I better off just clearing this or stealing this? Ignite is another 6. That's 16, and 3 is 19. Oh, I'm 1 mana off, dude. I'm 1 mana off. This can't go face, right? So I have 13 and 6 is 19. So we take the big boy, I think. Sylvanas, go get him. I think this still goes face as opposed to incrementing, right? Like we need the break points. So let's just hit face a lot. They're not done with the quest yet anyway, so thankfully this is the slowest quest priest completion I've ever seen in the history of the universe. It's turn 20. I just don't know, man. It's turn 20. Sylvanas looks so sick, by the way. That's totally fine. That would explain it. That would explain it. That would explain it. It's suddenly adding up. They're a Reno deck. That's why it's taking them 30 years. We saw this pretty early, right? We haven't seen Xyrella. I don't know. I think it's probably this. This feels like a Xyrella. They would have played a Mutanus by now because they had that 7 forever. So that feels like Xyrella. It is Mutanus. Oh no. I need to go. Well, I mean, I honestly don't think I can win anymore, but they're gonna eat my Mordresh, dude. Maybe they won't play it. I don't know. We're dead anyway. We can't win anymore. It's over, so let's goof off here. I'll have some fun. It's just not possible to get there anymore. Hey, Mordresh, dude, what's up? Where'd you go? Oh, you're inside of the Mutanus. Great. Should I just concede? Like, it's so silly. I just don't. I'm so tired of this game. I gotta pee. I'm just gonna get this. Is so boring, dude. Good on them for playing. You know, I don't know. I'll be right back, guys. We're gonna play a different deck. I hate this deck more than anything on earth. Okay, I lied. We're not gonna play anymore. I'm running out of time. We're gonna have a discussion instead. We're going to talk about everybody's favorite murdered cards. We're gonna talk about the murdered cards of Hearthstone, and I need everyone's help for this. Chat, write some words. Be excited, chat. Hey, I'm pretty toxic. Thanks for the Prime sub. Yeah, say hi, YouTube. Why are you guys? Uh-oh. Oh, there you guys go. Nice. I don't know why it took a minute there, but some words for YouTube. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna need your guys' help here. This is gonna be a YouTube video, of course. We'll probably go live tomorrow, so I don't really have a good video for tomorrow. We didn't get a good duels run, or yeah, probably gonna go live tomorrow. Yeah, and then Wednesday I got custom cards. Thursday we got that. I'm just planning out my videos a little bit here, guys. Getting soon into Marvel Snap season. Marvel Snap reveals. I'm gonna have some Marvel Snap videos later. But anyway, so chat. Here's how this works every time. We do this video series pretty much every expansion, and now every mini set as well. But these are the murdered cards. What's the right way to frame this? I hate talking to people about this video series, by the way. I got to think about how to frame it best for YouTube, though. Also, let me degrease myself here. All right, folks, let's talk about the cards that have been murdered by the Maw and Disorder mini set. In other words, when comparing cards of old to the cards recently released in the new mini set, they have in one way or another been eclipsed. They have been overshadowed. They have been changed in a way that makes the new ones feel new or more interesting, or sometimes strictly better, but in one way or another have been murdered. And I am making up the term murdered, so anybody out there who thinks they haven't been murdered, who cares? They have, because I made up the term. It's my word. It doesn't mean anything in any other context for cards other than what I have said. So yes, a perfect comparison here to kick things off are these right here behind me. Sylvanas the Accused, of course, a new card of the mini set, compared to the Black Knight. And Sylvanas does everything the Black Knight does, but she does a lot more. She has better stats, of course, with the 5 attack. She destroys any minion, not just minions with taunt. Enemy minions still, but, you know, not restricted to taunt minions. And if you manage to infuse her for 7, she's also a mind control instead of just a destroy effect. And the crazy thing is, the Black Knight actually used to be a pretty good card back in the day. You could play this in the control decks. Things like Ramp Druid would run it. It would take big swings. People would play those giant Ancient of Wars in a Druid, and the Black Knight would kill the opponent's 5/10. And that was such an enormous swing potential. And here we are, you know, 8 years later. And of course, over the course of 8 years, design had to evolve. The Black Knight has not kept up with the modern era of Hearthstone. And now we have Sylvanas, who's a good card. She's the definite modern spirit of the Black Knight. She can destroy anything, has this additional upside, has a new keyword on her, but absolutely just better in every way, I guess. So is this unhealthy power creep? I don't think it feels problematic or scary to me. I think it is power creep because the Black Knight was good, it was playable, and now this is, you know, much, much better. But I don't think it's bad necessarily. This feels like a pretty natural evolution. Sylvanas is a good card, but does not feel out of bounds in modern Hearthstone for me. I think this is one of the more obvious and distinct examples we're going to have in this video, but perhaps not a bad one. Do you guys think there's any issue here with seeing these designs evolve over time? Are you happy to see that the Black Knight has been murdered in this case? Any thoughts, chat? How popular is Sylvanas in Standard? Sylvanas is in about 20% of decks right now, I think. Yeah, 24% actually. Sylvanas in 24% of decks, which is very good, very popular. Why not compare to old Sylvanas? She's nothing like old Sylvanas, really. I mean, that was a death rattle effect, you know. She had to die to take control of things. She's much more like the Black Knight. I mean, yes, of course they had the same name, but but she is just the Black Knight, right? Battle cry effect, etc. It is a much, much more obvious comparison. big insights on this one. I kind of get it. All right, this was another really cool one, I thought. I kind of forgot Ginzo the Shark was a real card. And he's a weird Hearthstone card because he's holding Hearthstone cards. So the lore of Hearthstone is that it's this card game that, you know, the innkeeper plays in the inn and people play these cards in the Warcraft universe, and it's based on tall tales and stories and lore within that universe. But even within the universe, apparently they are aware of and play Hearthstone inside of the Hearthstone universe. So we've got this like inception layer upon layer upon layer because Ginzo, a Hearthstone card, is playing Hearthstone cards. Absolutely mind-blowing. Ginzo plays with himself. Yes, indeed he might. Indeed he might. But comparing these cards is pretty cool because Ginzo was a legendary neutral from what is that? Mean Streets of Gadgetzan. He had to attack, and then if he managed to get his attack off, both players would draw until they had 3 cards. And nowadays we have Sightless Magistrate in Demon Hunter. She doesn't have to attack. You just play her and you get 5 cards. So far more reliable because you don't have this, you know, survive check like you do with Ginzo. He doesn't even have rush. Rush wasn't a thing back then. So, you know, he had to both live on board and then attack, and you only got 3. Magistrate just gives you the 5 right away, which is obviously an enormous upgrade. And I don't remember Ginzo getting played much at all. I feel like this card was pretty forgettable even in his era. And the crazy thing about Magistrate is this card's, I think, objectively, by most people's eyes, I guess that makes it subjective, but subjectively so far, it seems like an insane card. Like when you play Magistrate, you go, oh my God, this is so busted. But actually not getting that much play yet. There's not really the perfect deck yet. 3.7% of all decks for Demon Hunter. She's in 32% of Demon Hunter decks. So really just the more aggro-y ones are running Magistrate. But pretty insane to think that, you know, a legendary card like this has been completely trounced on in regards to the strength of its effect and still not actually good enough to like build the deck around or necessarily reshape the meta. It's just a card with what we think is potential right now, but not completely nuts. So I thought this was a very, very cool comparison to see. Just how much this one has changed and still not really crazy. All right, moving on here, we have the Incriminating Psychic versus the Shifting Shade. This is a card from Whispers of the Old Gods. It was a 4-mana 4/3. Copied a card from your opponent's deck. Now, the Incriminating Psychic, new from Maw and Disorder, it has Taunt, #1, bonus keyword, has more total stats, 8 versus 7. It has a minion type in Dragon, and I think most importantly, which is often better, is that it will copy the card from your opponent's hand. So you get this reconnaissance advantage, because you know what they have in hand right now, you know what they might be playing, you know, next turn, you kind of have an idea of what's happening. But also sometimes we keep good cards in hand these days with things like Infuse or, you know, mulliganing into your win conditions. So you're more likely, I think, to hit a really good target as opposed to a bad target, or especially a higher cost card, because lower cost cards are often played out of hand early in the game, leaving behind mid to high cost cards in the mid to late game when the Incriminating Psychic is most likely to come down. So it filters to a higher card quality on top of all of the other bonuses that it has still for 4 mana. So this is really the same feel of card, but modernized. It's got way more stuff going on, you know, minion type and keyword bonus, but also I think it's aligned in a way that better suits Priest, being a defensively minded card. This higher health total plays well for Priest with all their various buff and inner fire style shenanigans, which may not be super relevant, but still feels like the shape of Priest, and it's defensive with that taunt, which is great for slower, grindier Priest. So in all ways, the Incriminating Psychic just feels like a better fit and higher utility card for Priest, which is pretty cool to see. I don't remember Shifting Shade being a good card or a great thing back in the day. I think Psychic has a chance to be relevant in Thief decks for Priest, so I think this is another really nice, healthy evolution. The Incriminating Psychic, for various reasons, just feels a lot better to play, and I think is a more impactful card as well in a game state scenario. It's just going to fit so much better into Priest's game plan and have a higher chance of doing something cool, whereas the Shifting Shade just feels like you're kind of plopping it down. 3 health is nothing, and then you get a garbage card, so it didn't feel quite as interesting to play. Psychic is so much better scary. Yeah, I agree. All right, so next up here we have Life Sentence for Mage. This is that new 4-mana removal spell. I have not seen this played yet that I can remember, but it just completely removes a minion from the game. It exiles it, it poofs it, if you will, which is really the ultimate form of removal in Hearthstone, because it denies any sort of death rattle effects. It's not in the graveyard for resurrection style effects. It just completely vanishes it from the game. Compared to the old removal style of Mage of Polymorph, that's often better. Not technically always, because sometimes putting a sheep in a resurrect pool could actually be better than putting nothing in a resurrect pool. Feel free to discuss. Also, this does lack a tag, which Polymorph now has Arcane. Of course, it didn't back in the day when it was printed. Arcane is a new thing. You can also compare this a bit to Assassinate for Rogue, which is now 4 mana for the record. I included the 5 mana version here as the original. Perhaps I should have included the original Polymorph without the Spell School as well. But again, just a better version. Now that's cross-class, of course. It's not a value statement here. We're just comparing the various types of single target removal that have existed in Hearthstone. Life Sentence is I think in 99% of scenarios, much better than both of these. Which is crazy, because Polymorph was a good removal card. Same thing for Hex. Hex was 3 mana for a while, now 4 mana. They've both been historically really solid transform removal cards, and Life Sentence straight up better than both of them in most Hearthstone scenarios, a vast majority of Hearthstone scenarios. So is Life Sentence going to be good? Not so sure. I don't think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be just okay. It's kind of nuts that we have these staple removal cards from Hearthstone. I mean, Assassinate, frankly, he's never really gotten played much, but it's very iconic and memorable at least. And Polymorph is very iconic and staple. And Life Sentence, I think, just steps on both and still not particularly impressive. Just an average card. 4 mana is a lot, really, for just single target removal these days. We have Priest doing things like Light It Burns, clearing minions for 1. Doesn't work the same way, of course, but effectively, most of the time, just a much more efficient kind of removal card than this can provide for 4 mana. Guys, literally all of chat is saying, isn't Assassinate 4 mana? Do you guys just not listen to the words I say? Maybe these messages are old. I talked specifically about this for 30 seconds. I don't know when these messages come in, but I had this whole discussion. Maybe those are old messages. I don't know. You've been on mute for 15 minutes. All right, so next up, this is a pretty cool comparison. We've got Order in the Court versus Lore Keeper Polkelt. And Order in the Court does exactly what Polkelt does with his battle cry, but it's only 2 mana, and you kick it off by drawing a card right away. So, insanely more efficient from a mana standpoint, but also getting the card right away is a really big deal, I think, because sometimes that means you can just use this to get and play whatever thing you want right away. If it's Cariel, you got 10 mana, Order in the Court, play the Cariel, job done, right? That's really, really cool to help accelerate that game plan. But also you can weave this into the game earlier if you want to. We haven't really seen that yet in Paladin, but theoretically, you can play this on turn 3 and play a 4-drop on 4 if you had a really high, low curve deck that was going for high aggression or something. It's possible, where with Polkelt, you had to either follow that up with more card draw or just wait, which could be a bit of an issue. Now, obviously, Polkelt's a neutral card, and Order of the Court's a class card, which is an important distinction, and I think it's why it's possible that you can make a 2-mana Polkelt and it's not totally risky and totally crazy, because of course when the card is a neutral card, you have to balance it around every single class in the game, which becomes really hard to do. And in fact, for Polkelt, it didn't work. They had to push him to 5 mana because he was like too good in Hunter, and they were fighting all their perfect early game aggro and then still hitting their late game bombs with Polkelt, and that was gross, so he went to 5 mana. But when you narrow that effect into a single class, what happens is you can make it more crazy. You can, you know, dial it up to 11 essentially and have less concerns about it, you know, going out of control, because you can print cards that you recognize, okay, we have to, you know, address the risk of Order in the Court for a year and a half, manage the class around Order in the Court existing, design around it. It's much, much easier than something like Polkelt. So I thought this was a cool comparison, because you get to see what happens when you do narrow the focus of a card, just how much you can really crank it up from a power level standpoint, because Order in the Court is way more powerful than Polkelt. Just crazy more efficient. Card draw baked in, that's nuts, but it's possible because it's limited to Paladin specifically, and they can really make that work. So really neat to see what happens when something becomes a class card. Even it's also, by the way, not a legendary, which is really noteworthy, because you're twice as likely to draw it, which is actually a really important distinction for a card like this one as well. It's an assassinate 4 mana. I hate you guys so much. I hate you guys so much. Absolutely so much. Why are you guys talking about how attractive the characters are, man? It's not why I'm here. Are we doing which characters are more attractive? Because I'm picking Sylvanas. I'm definitely picking Magistrate. No question. Here I'm gonna go with a Shifting Shade. You know, he skips leg day, but man, those forearms could do some work. Here we're gonna go with a Sheep. Definitely got my eye on the Sheep. Here I'm gonna go with Polkelt. That beard, you just can't, you know, beards, you can't do better than a beard. Here we're gonna go with yeah, the bearded guy. Yeah, those big meaty hands. Absolute meaty hands. All right, so new comparison. Weapons Expert here is pretty crazy card. A lot goes on in this one. You've got the weapon buff potential, but you've also got the weapon tutor potential with this one, which means it's both really flexible but also just high powered. Both of those effects are really, really good for 3 mana, because you can see for the weapon buff aspect, you used to have to pay 5 mana to get that with Captain Greenskin, right? What? Who wants to pay 5 mana? Yeah, the stats are of course bigger to go with it, but still, you know, you'd much rather have the same effect and smaller stats in most cases, or smaller cost anyway, let's say. But also Inspire, give your weapon +1 attack here on the Orgrimmar Aspirant. I completely forgot this card existed. Like, what in the world? Who knew this was a card? Absolutely insane. So you can really detect the difference here, right? Inspire was probably one of the most underwhelming keywords in history. Completely underperformed, almost unplayable across the board. Inspire was just so dreadfully slow. And you had to both spend the mana on this, then spend mana on your hero power, and you only got +1 attack. With the Weapons Expert, you just play it and you get the full +1/+1. No additional support needed. It's really cool to see how far we've come from something like TGT. Absolutely obscene. You're comparing to TGT, which isn't really fair, not gonna lie. Isn't fair to who? We're gonna do this again. I can't wait. Isn't fair to who? What do you mean? Who's it not fair to? I don't think I hurt the card's feelings. I think he's okay. He's a Hearthstone card. He'll be all right. Yeah, Peanut, I'm giving you a hard time, but I think this is such a silly argument. I don't know if you're memeing or not. I think you're memeing, but there is absolutely no reason we can't compare these cards. There's no fairness metric. There's no like you don't have to be fair to Hearthstone cards. There's nothing at stake. There's no downside to comparing them. We're not insulting the Orgrimmar aspirant. He doesn't feel bad as a result. There is no, there's no stakes. There's nothing on the line here if one card is compared in a way that you feel is unfair. We're literally just comparing them to say, hey, look how different it is. There's no, what is the risk here? What is the, I have to do this on YouTube every time, so I love this conversation. What's the downside of comparing them? What does it mean it's not fair? I just don't get that. What shenanigans are we doing today? We're going to go through the rant again, how it's not fair to compare old cards to new cards. Because there's no... I'm trying to think of a concise way to compare this argument. Well, we do this every single expansion. I say, look, that's an old card, and look, that's a new card. And isn't it crazy how much better the new card is? And I have people who come in and say, well, it's not fair to compare the old cards to the new cards. They're old. But that's the point of the video. That's what that's the goal of the video. That's the whole point. That's what we're doing. We want to compare the old cards to the new cards and see how they've changed. That's the entire purpose of the video. That's it. There's no, it's a fun way to see the evolution of Hearthstone. So many people started attaching value statements and like say it's not fair, or but I am doing the same thing. I am attaching the value statements, but not in a judgmental way or in a like fairness metric. I'm saying this is actually a healthy evolution. This is a good way to evolve cards. This is a much more fun design. This design aligns with the class's goals better, right? I'm doing the same thing as you, but I'm doing it in a way that's constructive and showcasing how these cards have gotten better or worse over time. And in this case, it certainly got a lot better. So I don't get it. Maybe it's unfair because that set in particular is so weak. It's like comparing an adult to a toddler. Even a bad adult seems OP against baby legs. Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. We're comparing adults to toddlers. But why is that unfair? That's what I don't understand. That is the goal of the video. We're saying, look at those old cards. They had such tiny baby legs. But look at this card. It's got big, strong hands. Look at its big, meaty forearms. That's the goal. I don't know why that's bad. I don't know why that's bad. Why is that not a fun thing to do? The card is not insulted that it has baby legs. I don't know why it matters. The whole point is to show evolution. I don't understand why so many people have problems with this. I'm going to actually include this in the video because I've kept a marginal dose of sanity throughout this discussion, unlike last time where I went completely insane. I went completely nuts last time. I don't know what's wrong with saying that. People act like there's some like noble, like some noble judge in the sky that's like, well, thou must only compare cards from today to cards of 2 years ago. Any older and thou shalt not be compared. And it's like, why? Why can't we compare the old cards? I don't get it. I just don't get it. But it's not just you guys, by the way, and most of you aren't even really the extreme examples of this. There's so many YouTube comments that do this every single time. It's really not you guys. It's the YouTube comments. This has been going on for years. I don't understand. And people always say, well, you can't compare them because they're across classes. Again, why not? What do you mean we can't compare them because they're across classes? Who cares? We're literally saying in certain scenarios, certain classes, certain designs, it fits better in this class or it's different than this class. The whole point is to contrast the cards. We're not trying to uphold some noble metric of comparison whereby cards must only be justly and divinely compared against their peers. That's not what we're doing. We're just We're just having fun, shooting the shit, talking about how cards are different and have evolved over time. It's it's not some noble endeavor. I hate that. I hate that. Like, we're trying to hold up some beacon of truth comparing the cards. So anyway, again, none of you in chat are don't feel beholden to this rant. It's none of your faults. You aren't to blame. Don't feel bad. Somebody out there, Peanut, I think, kicked it off. You don't need to feel bad. This isn't you. I am taking out my frustrations on YouTube. Absolutely. Taking out my frustrations on YouTube. So that said, let's talk more about Weapons Expert. I don't think I got a good start on this one. So the Weapons Expert, new mini set card, +1/+1, or draw weapons. So you got crazy weapon buff, you got weapon tutor as well. So some real nice flexibility there. I love that design evolution from these older cards that really just kind of buffed your weapons and did so very inefficiently. Basically, both of those are 5 mana plays most of the time, because those both had these fail states where these cards sucked if you didn't have a weapon. They just felt terrible. Like, oh, great, I'm going to tempo a greenskin. Awesome. That feels just miserable, right? Or I'm just playing this 3/3. Oh, God, this is not exciting. Will I have a weapon next turn? I don't know. The Weapons Expert fixes that problem, and that's why it's such a cool new design, because you got a weapon, boom, you're good to go. Super efficient weapon buff, you're off to the races, pushing like crazy with your weapon. If you don't have a weapon, it's not a dead card, and I love that shores up the feel of this card so much, because it removes those down moments, makes it feel a lot better to play across the board through that flexibility. So really cool that I think this card is both more like just powerful, clearly doing the same sort of things far more efficiently than these old cards, but also feels better to play. That extra layer of flexibility. That's the kind of design evolution I love spotlighting in videos like this, where cards just feel better to play. Okay. All right. So next up here, this one's pretty cool, I think. There's a lot to talk about here, breakdown here, because we have the Class Action Lawyer, the new 2-mana 2/3. This one will set a minion stats to 1/1 if you have no neutral card. So this is a pure Paladin card. Back in the day in, is that Saviors of Uldum, actually. This isn't even that old of a card. 2 mana. Set him in his attack and health to 1, so the same debuff, but no body attached. Now, I want to ask you guys, what do you think here? Now, if you just pretend that the condition is always met for the Class Action Lawyer, obviously much better. You get a free 2/3 on top of the effect with Subdue. So in a pure world, Class Action Lawyer just obviously much better. I mean, spell versus minion, you know, clearly there's some relevance depending on the deck shape, counter spells, etc., but 99% of the time, Class Action Lawyer is way better. But I wanted to ask, do you guys think the restriction here, the synergy restriction for Class Action Lawyer, is a design evolution or de-evolution? In other words, do you like this more or worse? Would you rather see a card that's maybe middle of the road, like a 1-mana 1/2 with a Subdue, or 2-mana 1/2 with a Subdue attached or something, right? With no condition. In other words, does the conditionality here restrict design, or does it encourage it? Like, do you like having this restriction built in? Do you think that's an important check on the power level of Subdue, or would this card actually still be balanced without the restriction? I just wanted to hear some thoughts there. I'm not really sure where I land on this, because I think Hearthstone's gotten a little bit too narrowly synergistic in some ways. Like, I think decks and archetypes are pre-built for us very often, and sometimes that feels like you're railroaded a little bit into playing what Blizzard deemed that you should play, as opposed to making your own stuff. Maybe pure Paladin's not the most extreme example of that, because you can pick which Paladin cards you want to play to some extent. You could play fast ones or slow ones, so maybe this isn't the most extreme example. But adding these conditionalities and synergy checks on cards in general does make me a little bit nervous. So in some way, I would maybe prefer a middle of the road thing that was, you know, a 1/2 with Subdue, as opposed to the 2/3 with the power check or the condition check, I guess. Neutral cards are really good these days, so not worth. That's kind of what I'm getting at, I guess, is like they're placing a real limitation on the rest of the deck. Would you rather run Subdue and a Theatar? Would you rather run Subdue and a Denathrius? Or would you rather run Class Action Lawyer? I don't know if it makes up the difference, right? You might just rather run Subdue and a Denathrius. That said, Subdue was never really that good. Class Action Lawyer, I think, is a little more sensible. But deck building restrictions are a steep price to pay for that effect. Okay. So I was going to say, I think this is the first card of the video so far where I feel like this is in some ways... I wouldn't say a step backwards, but I don't think this is a cooler, more fun version necessarily of an old design. It's like, you know, sticking it on a body and adding a restriction to it doesn't really feel like an evolution to me. Maybe a sideways move at best, but still a little shaky. Hello, Mrs. Kilbin. I think you've been asleep. You look like you've been asleep. Your hair looks like you've been asleep. Anytime, I'm almost done. Anytime. Is Class Action Lawyer actually getting played any? Let's see. In 26% of Paladin decks. So it is in about a fourth of Paladin decks. Yeah, we played some of those like Silverhand pure Paladins that are running it. So, I don't know. This was the one card, the one comparison, or I don't know, there might be more, but so far this is the one comparison where I just don't... This one doesn't excite me quite as much as the previous ones. I think a lot of the previous ones feel like more fun or, you know, more fitting or more interesting designs in one way or another. Like, I think they shored up a lot of design weaknesses in the cards. I don't know if Class Action Lawyer does that necessarily. This one doesn't feel quite as compelling. All right, so next up, this one's really cool because Forest Guide is a card I've spent a lot of time with. A shocking amount of time spent with Forest Guide. If you don't remember this card, if you haven't seen it, it's from the Witchwood. It's a 1/6. Draws both players a card at end of turn. We used to play this a lot in Mill Druid and Wild format. Like every expansion, I'll go back and play some Mill Druid because it was always really fun. Might be less fun now because Due Process showed up, and I think Mill Druid is actually a viable deck these days because Due Process took what we were trying to do with Forest Guide, you know, forcing our opponent to draw extra cards, and it made it completely insane. Used to, we had to spend 4 mana. The Forest Guide had to stick on board. It was so hard to work with. Now with Due Process, you get the same effect for the rest of the game, and you only spent 2 mana. You're probably happy to play spells or nature spells anyway. Not a big downside there. So losing the 1/6, clearly not an important loss to the style of play you're going for. So 1,000 times better than what Forest Guide used to do for mill decks. Also just gives you a ton of reliable card draw in general. On top of that, you know, you're often going to draw 5 cards, 10 cards off Due Process or something, whereas with Forest Guide, you might get 1 extra, maybe 2 if you're really lucky. I mean, you get 1 extra always, but maybe 2, maybe 3 if the absolute stars align. Also, yeah, Due Process has been bugged. Whenever you played a hero card or whatever, you would get an extra layer of Due Process, so that was pretty wacky, but I think that's been fixed, you guys are saying. So may not actually end up being super good post-bug fix. I guess maybe the jury's probably still out on that one. I don't know when the fix came through or how good it's going to be, but it's hard to get a read on that in Wild anyway. Let's see, ranked Wild. Last 3 days. Still some good Druid decks with Due Process over the last 3 days. So I don't know, it might still be pretty decent. Okay, yeah, that's a cool insight, Sketchwick. It says, I don't know how I feel about permanent effects people can't get rid of, but maybe you can just ban in Wild and it won't matter. Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't know that I necessarily like this design better, for the record. It's far more powerful, it's far more efficient, but is it a better design? I think that's a really important question. I don't think so either. I think these rest of game effects in Hearthstone. We're getting more and more. It used to be really rare, and now they're just pumping them out a lot. I think they're pretty frustrating to play against sometimes because it feels like you have no way to turn the corner against them or overcome them or interrupt them or stop them. With a Forest Guide, you know, you just kill it. And yeah, Forest Guide was a really weak card, but that's a balance question. If you made Forest Guide a 3-mana 1/6, you know, suddenly, okay, that's a card that still does something compelling, but it's still a little more powerful, more efficient. You can tweak those numbers. With these rest of game effects, it's a lot harder. Those just, they persist forever and don't go away, and that's frustrating. Can't answer that. I can't kill the due process like I can kill the Forest Guide. So yeah, I think I'm with you there. Much more powerful card, but more frustrating. Maybe not as interesting of a design. Again, this one might be a step backwards in a way. So it has murdered it from a power level standpoint, but it needs to go to jail for it. it's gonna go to jail for the murder. I think I agree with that. Yeah. Some of you are saying you appreciate the reliability and you think that helps you build around it better. I mean, I get it. Like I said, yes, of course, Mill Druid is better with due process, but I think there are ways to achieve that goal without having a like universal rest of game effect that's unavoidable, especially for the opponent, because it becomes a problem for the opponent as well, right? I think you can solve that problem through power level, perhaps, without making it so inescapable, if perhaps that's the right word. If that's the right word. All right. This one bores me. My old card review slides. Super old custom card slides. This one's so boring. We already did landscaping in the regular set because Plot of Sin murdered landscaping. You get 5/5s in Druids now, but Jury Duty is another example of landscaping getting eclipsed a bit here. In Paladin now you get 2/2/2s and you get this buff as well on your Silverhand Recruits. So it's a specific minion synergy, Treants versus Silverhand Recruits. You get the same base stat lines, but you also get this buff on your other Silverhand Recruits. Imagine if landscaping said summon 2/2/2 Treants, or well, summon 2/2/2 Treants and give your other Treants +1/+1, or you know, otherwise it would be 3/3 Treants. But pretty cool to see again a card that adds an extra layer of synergy on top of itself. You've got both token summons, but then also token follow-up, a buff as well. And again, kind of like we saw in the Weapons Expert, I do often like that better, because sometimes when you're building these token decks, it feels like you have all setup and no follow-up. Or sometimes it feels like you have all follow-up and no setup. In other words, you have a Savage Roar, but you don't have a way to make minions. Or you have a bunch of ways to make minions, but you don't have the Savage Roar to follow up. Cards like Jury Duty give you both in one. And we saw the same thing with Arbor Up, actually, in Druid as well. That gave you both in one, and that extra layer of flexibility often felt really nice in these decks, because if you're behind on board, you need to develop, okay, Arbor Up can get you some stats. Jury Duty can get you some stats. Landscaping can get you some stats. But if you need to follow up, if you already have the board and you want to add that pressure, you want to add that extra damage, extra stats, landscaping doesn't do anything. It doesn't buff your 2/2s. Jury Duty does, Arbor Up does. So I like that we're moving more and more towards these cards that have that dual utility for this style of deck, to make sure you don't just completely whiff on a given hand or scenario. And although they may not be as good in either direction necessarily, it's not as good of a follow-up, it still offers you that utility to do both, which I think often feels a lot better. Okay, those are the cards I had for the mini set, guys. I think some of these are really crazy differences. Sylvanas, the Black Knight, of course, that's 8 years. That's a really cool difference to see. I thought this was a very nifty comparison between these two. I think these are dramatically so different. Some of these, you know, a little more sideways comparisons, but still pretty cool to see the change in design from, say, a neutral to a class card. That's really fun to spotlight. Any other thoughts you guys had for mini set cards? Remember, this is just the mini set. We've already done the full set. I there was one other I almost put in, but I forgot what it was. I think I cut it. I recall. Oh, like Call to the Stand versus Dirty Rat, for instance. But I thought Dirty Rat actually murdered Call to the Stand. I think Dirty Rat is I would almost go the other way. I would say Dirty Rat murdered Call to the Stand. Call to the Stand, the new Warrior Dirty Rat-esque card. But I think Dirty Rat is both more powerful and a cooler design, having the minion attached to the effect, right? The minion was really important to provide you a layer of defense if you pulled something crazy out of their hand, and Call to the Stand doesn't have that baked in. So yes, warriors have answers to stuff, but I liked with Dirty Rat the way it was baked into the card itself, so that even if it backfired, it kind of protected itself. Call to the Stand not having that feels a little bit like a step backwards to be. So I don't think Call to the Stand is a more evolved design in any way. I think it's kind of a backwards step. Soul Seeker versus Mind Games. Again, that one actually seems a little backwards to me. I guess Mind Games doesn't steal the opponents, so they're not exactly the same. But yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one, I guess. Nathanos and Myra. Oh, that's actually what I had. I had Nathanos and no, you said that. That's funny. That's the one I cut. I had Nathanos and that same card we talked about last time, the Druid ooze thing, the 5/4 ooze. The 5/4, I don't remember that name, but anyway, I did that one last time, so. But anyway, the reason I didn't do that one, and the same reason I wouldn't compare Nathanos to Myra, is because Nathanos has to have had the minion die already. Both Myra and the ooze card for Hunter, whatever that, I really don't know what that's called. They both work independently of the minion having died, which I felt like was pretty important. Seeping Oozling is the card I'm talking about. This guy. I thought that was a pretty important distinction for Nathanos. Like, in other words, Nathanos is not as good with setting up a bigger play later. Oozling, you know, you can get a 10-drop in deck and get the death rattle of a 10-drop, but Nathanos, you can't do that. You got to wait till the 10-drop has already died. So it is definitely a difference, a distinction, but it didn't really feel like an evolution necessarily to me. Nathanos does a lot, but he does a few of those things a lot clunkier. A lot of things that are maybe a little clunkier than some other cards, if that makes sense. So anyway, that was my thought on Nathanos. Good discussion there. But yeah, I think that wraps it up, guys. I'm gonna include that rant. I think I'm gonna get my catharsis against YouTube. Include that rant. Maybe I'll put it at the end here, since I'm on this screen anyway. For the end of this video. So yeah, guys, thanks for your thoughts. Always appreciate you guys chiming in on these. I think it adds to the video a lot. It you know, adding different perspectives. I hate the notion that YouTubers have this sort of you know, we have the final say. We are the, you know, we're the judge, jury, and executioner. I present the ideas. I can control comments if I want. I can, you know, be an incredibly biased what's the word, like propaganda shuffler. You know, I can just say whatever I want, and I have full control over it, and you guys can't control that. That's a real risk you run as a YouTuber if you don't include people's opinions, if you don't include third party takes. So in other words, I like including your guys' opinions when I can, because that helps keep me in check. Now this is probably not an important video for that, obviously, because it doesn't matter. There's no stakes here, as we mentioned before, but it's always nice to have outside opinions presented within the video, so that I am not people's only, source of information or their only source of perspectives. It's good to get outside perspectives, good to get challenging perspectives, so that people can see both sides of something, think about things. But that's not really true in this video so much. You guys just offer cool additional insights in this one. But anyway, that's my thought process. That's why when I can include you, I think it's both more entertaining for people, but also a little bit of an important check on the YouTuber in some cases, so that people don't just run away with only my ideas, only my thoughts. Yeah, exactly. Prevents an echo chamber. That's a good way to put it. Yeah. Peanut, again, it wasn't your fault, man. Don't feel bad. I had the same rant last time and you weren't here, so don't worry. Don't worry, Peanut. You just, again, you didn't say anything wrong. You just, set in motion a rant that was already cocked and loaded. You saw how quickly I was ready to go. I knew what I was getting into. And I was I was prepared and ready. You just kind of set that first domino in motion is all you did. All right, so anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off of here. Pretty short stream tonight. I wasn't planning to go too long. I gotta go eat some dinner here in a minute, but I will see all of you, I think, tomorrow. I should be back tomorrow. I want to get some more. Want to get a good deck in. I want to get a good duels run in, one more before like starting some Marvel Snap content stuff in the next week or so. So we'll do more tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Let me drop a raid before I go. Oh, and sorry, I DC'd on my stream yesterday. For those of you who were here, maybe my internet just totally went out for like an hour. I couldn't get back, so I just gave up and ended the stream, of course. And then I was trying to log into Twitch on my phone to like let you guys know in chat, and I could not figure out my login stuff. So it took me forever to get logged in and tell you guys that I wasn't coming back. So anyway, my apologies if that threw anybody for a loop. But thankfully we're back today. All right, who are you raiding? Let's see. All right, everybody, have fun on the raid. Love you. Thank you. You're the best. Good luck out there. Appreciate you all. Thanks for watching, and until next time, game on.